We welcome back all of our viewers to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little different in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. The ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Where was the...
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Thomas. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. We jump into the action. It's 2nd down and 3, and the ball in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a handoff here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Finding room to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got... They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On 3rd down, Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short. On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers... Fourth quarter, tight spot here. Kicking team down by 3, going for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff looking right. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now a handoff looking right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Back to throw. Gets this to Gibson. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
today, from Ford Field in Detroit,
second drive of the game, first for this offense, and they have it in a tough spot, backed up toward their own goal line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mask.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and the Lions are going to... A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. The carry here for the big tight end. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Second down at 7. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. On 1st down, it's gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 5th. Well, this offense has struggled. They have not scored yet. They trail, but a chance here late in the 2nd quarter to try to get some points on the board. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's third and 18. They need something big. Catch is made by Hardman. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there just before halftime.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown number. Okay, the field goal unit out on the field as they look to get 3 points here in the waning moments of this first half. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second. You watch the third quarter. Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. And that is incomplete. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? First and 10 in the red zone. Now Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, first and 10 in the red zone. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Open man is Higgins. The 30. 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open man is Quintez Cephas. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit! Quintez Cephas, 84 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mahomes to throw it. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Detroit, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate.
Tonight, from GEHA Field.
And we drop you in here under the lights. First drive of the contest. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out. Still scoreless here in the first, but a 3rd down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously... So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up.
And he takes this into the... Zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 21st touchdown of the season. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. This offense has been sustaining a nice, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills offense set to take over. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I'll tell you what, this
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really different.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. One final try here for Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. All right, so here's the situation. Onside kick team out there. Receiving team needs to get their hands on this football. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. We are in the red zone. Time to get you back to the action as this offense comes up on a 2nd and 2. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Cornell Powell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs look like to... This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So they took a chance.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They
today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Love's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken. Down, but not before they work it across midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And
that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
That's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by...
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 7, Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We're scoreless after 1. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. First down going to the air with Love.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
1st and goal from the 3.
Love. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. And down inside the 15 he goes. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Mahomes now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Love. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coach. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing 12 yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. If they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just went a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Pressure comes and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been a second, but instead it's 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. First down, Love to pass. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they try the right side here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his...
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
I'm thinking about the mental focus. The mental focus.
Yeah, that's
you got to stay with it.
That's true. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's to the 10.